What's going on, guys? Seth here from Team Union Seth, back as your coach of the Philadelphia Fearows for a Week 2 match against the Golden State Greninjas in the ISL, or the International Showdown League. So I'm super excited about this match. I'm pretty sure this guy is in at least another league, so I'm pretty sure he's one of the better battlers in the league. He's 1-0 as well as I'm also 1-0. So I'm getting a little nervous about this match. I'm actually about to play him in like 10-15 minutes. So I'm a little nervous about this match. He has a pretty decent team. But I do feel like I'm very prepared. I'd like to give a special shout out to my friend Sam again in my front office for helping me out, helping me build with some of these sets. But so to get into it, as you guys know, my team, I have Greninja, Magearna, Megalodios, Infernape, Nidoking, Primarina, Shaman, Donphan, Jolteon, Miltank, Uxie, Mismagius, and the Waterium Z. And the Greninjas have Tapu Koko, Hawlucha, Tangrowth, Mega Aerodactyl, Klefki, Haxorus, Cresselia, Entei, Umbreon, Blastoise, Piloswine, Type Null, and Electrium Z. So, obviously he has Kokolucha, which can be a little bit scary. He's got good bulk in Tangrowth, Klefki, Cresselia, Umbreon, Blastoise, Piloswine, Type Null. He's got a ton of bulk, and he has a decent amount of offense as well. So his team is pretty scary, especially Cresselia and Umbreon. That core is going to be very difficult to break, but we're going to do our best. So, our first mod here, we have our Greninja, Swift Dark Greninja, with Choice Specs and Battle Bond, rocking Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Scald. So, the Water Shuriken, I mean, this thing OHKOs almost everything on the team after the Battle Bond, and it outspeeds Koko after Battle Bond as well. So, Water Shuriken is good for priority, Dark Pulse does a lot to Cresselia, Ice Beam is mainly there for the Tangrowth, for Hawlucha, Haxorus if necessary. So the Scald is there just for general stab and to hit the Aerodactyl if necessary, to hit Entei, to hit Piloswine, things like that. So this thing hits like a truck. Right, this thing is super duper strong. If I can get that Battle Bond off, I'm going to be set. It outspeeds everything on the team. I'm sorry, not everything on the team. It outspeeds everything but Mega Aerodactyl, barring Choice Scarfers. So we're going to see how this works. But that Water Shuriken will be able to take care of the Aerodactyl pretty much no matter what. So next up we have Caesar, our Infernape, with the Expert Belt and Blaze. This week we got U-Turn, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, and Fake Out. Fake Out is mainly there for just some priority. It can also help stall terrain turns from the Tapu Koko. This thing outspeeds an Adamant, Entei, and a Haxorus. We were actually able to run Adamant this week just because of how the speed tiers worked out. So we do outspeed an Adamant, Entei, or Haxorus. We have the U-Turn just for general momentum. Close Combat hits a lot on his team. It's really mainly here for Umbreon and a little bit for Piloswine and Type Null. So this thing is our main Umbreon killer. U-Turn also does decent damage to Crest, to Umbreon, to Tangrowth, to a lot of different things. So Flare Blitz is also there for the Tangrowth, for the Klefki, to take care of those threats. So this thing, like I said, it outspeeds Adamant, Entei, and Haxorus, and then 252 attack with an Adamant nature, and then the rest is dumped into HP. Next up we have, sorry, this is the wrong name. I'll change that in a minute. But anyway, we have our Megalodios, rocking Melodiosite obviously with Levitate, Calm Mind, Roost, Psychic, and Substitute. This is my main check to Hawlucha, and this is my main setup sweeper as well. So this is my switch to Hawlucha. Basically, I need to get rid of the Umbreon and the Cresselia, and I can start setting up Calm Minds or Substitutes with this thing. Everything is hit by Psychic. Nothing really wants to take it. I don't want to get Toxic, which you guys will see later. I planned for that beforehand. But I really don't want to get Toxic by the Klefki, so I want to try to kill that as well, if possible, or at least get up a Substitute before that thing comes in. Then I can start Calm Minding and potentially Psychicing for game. Roost is there just for recovery. Psychic is really the only coverage move I need. There's nothing else that's really going to help me, against a lot of things. So I'm really looking forward to this thing setting up. Like I said, I need to get rid of the Cresselia and the Umbreon and hopefully set up a sub before that Klefki comes in so I can get some damage off on that thing. Other than that, this does a lot of damage to his team. Nothing really wants to take hits from this thing. Next up, we have Thor, our Jolteon, with the Shuka Berry and Volt Absorb, rocking Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Toxic, and Heal Bell. The Shuka Berry is mainly for the Aerodactyl and its Earthquake. I can live in Earthquake, fire back a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt, which does kill the Aerodactyl. So that's something that I thought was really cool. You can try to get rid of the Aerodactyl with a little bit of a lure and kill it that way. This thing, let me see, what does it outspeed? This thing outspeeds We're outspeeding Hawlucha, that's right. This thing does outspeed a Jolly Hawlucha before Unburden, obviously. And then we're able to dump the rest into Special Attack and HP. Toxic is mainly there for the Umbreon or the Cresselia, if necessary, just to get some damage off, some chip damage on them. And then Heal Bell, if the Clefty gets a little out of hand, we can hit him up with the Heal Bell and heal the team. But it can also be very helpful for them Megalodios to heal him to heal that back up. Next up, we have Size Doesn't Matter, our shiny Donphan with the Leftovers and Sturdy. We've got Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Ice Shard, and Earthquake. Stealth Rocks, I really want to get up early. It does a good amount to his team. I can see him switching a decent amount, especially with the Coco there. So I do really want to get those rocks up early. Rapid Spin to get rid of rocks on my side, just so I'm not being worn down too much. Ice Shard hits a lot on his team. It's really mainly for his setup sweepers, so Haxorus, that Ice Shard's going to do a decent amount. Aerodactyl does a decent amount. Just in case he wants to set up, I have that option. And then Earthquake just does a lot of damage to his team. So this thing is mainly here for Haxorus. Can be used for Entei, but it's mainly here for Haxorus and then for Aerodactyl as well. Speed, basically we're just 4 in speed to creep the Piloswine, just in case, just 4 in speed just to beat that, and it also creeps the Tangrowth. Not completely necessary, but I figured, I have those 4 EVs, why not use them? And then max defense, 248 in HP, 4 in attack with an impish nature. Lastly, we have Gary V, our Primarina, with the Leftovers and Torrent, rocking Rest, Sleep Talk, Scald, and Moonblast. So this is a bulky Primarina. It takes hits from a lot of things on his team. It can take decent hits from Hawlucha, from Aerodactyl. If the Haxorus gets out of hand with the Outrage, we can bring in this thing. Cresselia can take hits from Entei. It does a lot to Umbreon. It can take hits from Blastoise, Piloswine type Null. It takes hits from a lot of things and can fire back huge Scalds and Moonblast. So I'm really looking forward to this. This thing outspeeds a no-speed Umbreon, so we're going to be able to outpace the Umbreon, no problem. And like I said, we just have Scald and Moonblast does a lot to his team, so if I can get this thing in, he doesn't really want to switch much into this thing, which is awesome. So that is it for this team builder. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think there's anything I could have changed up, anything you would like to see, or what you think of the team in general. So that'll be it. I'll see you guys in the next one.